What's up, guys? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today I'm going to be doing Overhaul from My Hero Academia. He's the villain, the guy with the cool power that can dismantle stuff. Isn't that what it is? We'll just start, right? Let's go. Let's get it. So halfway, I'm going landscape because he's got this big fur collar. So yeah. So we're just above the halfway point across. The eye is just a little bit above. So right in the center, and then you go over to the right a little bit. And we start with the top eyelid and we just curve it across. Kind of simple sort of style eyes. So you just start like so, and you curve a line across. Like that. You might thicken up maybe the top line a little bit. They're not too thick now on this guy. And then his bottom eyelid is just down here, so it's going to curve around underneath like so. He's got sort of thin, slender eyes. Might have a double line there on the end. Looking at the screen here, looks like he's got kind of a double eyelash line down there, and there is some eyelashes sticking off, so like 4 I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then his iris and his pupil, small iris, semicircle. The top eyelid is cutting it in half, and then his pupil just here, like so. Now, so our other eye. So I think My Hero Academia's eyes are a bit bigger. They're kind of enlarged proportionally, but we'll see. I don't know. About eye distance, we're not too bad. So if you measure his eye and come over eye distance, maybe a little bit closer, that's where his next eye will start. Yeah, it looks to be maybe that much of his eye over. So from tear duct to the other tear duct, it's about an eye distance. Maybe a little bit less. So this goes across. And then you can thicken it up a little bit. So see the way I sort of did a different eyelid line on this side? That is totally fine. You don't need to worry about the top eyelids being perfectly the same. So I went a bit of an angle on that one. There's nothing wrong with that. Eyes aren't normally perfectly symmetrical. And then the bottom eyelid. So we'll do this one a bit different as well. So we go up the back a bit more. And then you could add maybe a double little line just here. And then add some eyelashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then his iris and his pupil. So we're going to curve it around. Semicircle, like so. Pupil inside. Like that. So then his eyebrows. So his eyebrows look to be a little bit different to normal. So they're like, so we're starting, say, there. And then it starts thin, gets thick, and then ends thin, which is unusual for an anime eyebrow. So it goes thin this way. And then it kind of bumps around here. And in here is the thick part. So you do just a thicker section just in here. So this is kind of thicker. So thin, thick, and then it ends with a thin line that goes down like this and then ticks up like that. And then we do the same on the other side. Now remember guys, if I go too fast, hit pause, and I would suggest a pencil and an eraser for these drawings, and do your inking after. So this curves around. This is the thick portion. Color it in dark. And then bring thin down and tick up like that. Now, so his mask. So he has, right in the middle of his face, so we have a bump real close to his eye. So just here. Curving around like so. Curving around the bridge of his nose, and he has some lines for the bridge of his nose just there. So this is strapped around his ears. So it's going to curve underneath his eye and go around his ear. So we're going to curve it like so. Same on this side. Then we're going to bring it up around his ear. So we're going to go into about here, into about there. So it's just like across from, say, his eyes. Right, so then the bottom part of these straps come out from his ear again. So they like touch his ear about there, right? And then they're going to come back down this way. Like so. They get kind of wider as they go down here. Okay. And then his jaw is just in here in this gap. So we're going to go down like so, and then into here. So that's his jaw, and it touches the mask just there. And we do something similar on this side. So touching this strap, we come down, and then we sort of change direction into here. So that's his skin in there of his face. Like so. And now we can do his ears. So his ear comes around like this. Touches the side of his face. And his other ear, and here, comes into the side of his face again. I gotta fix that ear. Damn it. Sorry about that. I made it too round. Come on, man, get it together. So it's just, I just gotta make it a bit pointier just here. Bit better. Okay, no one looks at ears anyway. So inside the ear we have the bones and ligaments, so we just have like a curved line here. This comes up here. Bring it around. Bring it around. And then down. Down into like here. And then he's got 3 piercings on this ear. So 1, 2, 3. Right, so then it's hair. So it comes up all the way up to the top of the page about, say, here. So we're gonna go, starting from the top of his ear, just up like so. Same on this side. Up like so. So his hairline comes in around here. So And it's sort of short spikes of his hair. So it's gonna go so kind of close to his eyebrows, and then we have little spikes coming all the way across. And we have a part in his hair about here, so they go in separate directions just there. So these spike in up to this section, like so. And then from here we go down the other way. But just little short spikes. You don't have to look, it doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Hair moves, goes in all different directions. Just as long as they're sort of coming around in this sort of fashion, going this way on this side and that way on that side, you'd be winning. So, spike on his head, coming around. Like so. So 1, 2, 3, and then it sort of curves. Now we're going to bring a short spike into here. And then we're going to change direction. So it's the part in his hair is like coming up here. Alright, so the natural fall of his hair. So some hair goes this way, some hair comes down this side. So now we're going to go this direction. Like so. And we're going to bring it down, all the way down to here. So we're going to have some wavy spikes, like so. And then we're going to start to gradually bring it down. So we're going to go like so. Like that. Right, so the rest of his mask now. So alright, so we're going to get this big long bird-like mask shape that he has. So we're going to do an extra curve line up here. And then we're going to bring it down around like so. It gets wider out here. So it goes in at first. And then it gets wider out along here. Doesn't quite touch the skin part that we drew for his jaw. So it's going to come down to here, down to here. It kind of looks like an avocado. And then, so it's going to come down to a point down here. So we're going to go, kind of kicks out a little bit for the golden edges. And then it comes down real far. It's real long. And then curves back into there. So then he has a brown plate and then a gold plate coming down the middle. So we'll do the brown one first. So we'll go just down here like so. Down the middle like that. When you get to about just above the halfway point of the mask, you're going to do a curved line for the gold section. Like so. And then this comes down like this. And when we get to about here, we're going to curve around. So we're going to curve like so, giving it two little curves on the end. Just there. And then we go up the sides. So we're going to go up to here, up to there, And then they sort of come up to an arrow kind of here. Back down into there. Same on this side. So we go up, just across from there and in, and then down into there. And then we're going to give him a little bit of an edge just to make him look 3D. So we go out from there, follow that same line again. Like so. Just make it look like it's sticking up. So from here, down to there, back down, like so. And then there's a brown edge coming around here, so you follow that line again. Around the edge here. Around the avocado side. And then you just add these lines that break it up. So all the brown parts have lines that break it up. And then, so we've got some circles. So we're gonna, they don't complete. They're like letter C's, or sort of upside down letter C's. And they have, we'll give them an edge like this gold plate we did here. So we're just gonna do a little line underneath like so, going around. Just makes them look like they're sticking up off the page a little bit. Then there's a circle over here, and then air holes, it looks like right in here. So they're like ovals. So we have an oval in here, an oval in there, oval on that side, and they've got sort of an edge to them as well. So you do edge there, edge there, edge here, and then a kind of a dot in the middle for the air hole. And you might add some hatching coming down here just to make it look like it's got a bump in the middle of the mask. Like that. Just makes it look like it's raised up a little bit, this part. Don't have to do that, of course. You could just color it darker if you wanted. And maybe a couple of scratch marks on his metal plate. Just give it a bit of character. And he's one more strap, just going up underneath his ear. So just from here, coming down into the brown edge of the mask here, and just in there. And these have golden circles on them as well. Just there, maybe a line separating the sections of them. Another strap over this side, back into the mask like that. And we have a golden circle, and just some lines like so. So, right, so his fur. Boots with the fur. Oh, I shouldn't sing copyright songs. Okay, so his fur starts right up beside his ear. It's kind of like his hair, same sort of spiking pattern. So it's going to come real big all the way out, right to the edge of the page. And it comes out from his mask. So it goes right in towards his mask here as well. So it's like the inner part is here. We'll do that first. Probably be easier. This is the inner part of that fur. Comes all the way down. We might have a spike or two here, and then down into here. What a boss, huh? Wearing a big fur coat like this. Some spikes down here, goes off my page, and then it's going to come back up and around all the way. So literally it goes out to, so this is what we're aiming for. This distance. So probably the same over here. So let's go. So we're just gonna spike, add loads of them. It's a fur coat after all. Like so. Do. We're going to start bringing it in to connect it back up with this portion now as well. And then we have a spike that comes this way and comes up into the fur itself, just here. And you might have some lone spikes up in here as well. And then finish this off down here. So we're going to go spiking like so, down into there. And then his shoulder is going to come down underneath there, and the inside of his jacket and his arm, just like so. So we do the same thing over here. So the inside of the fur comes down like in here. You might add a spike or two. So this is the inner part like this, and then we'll bring it, start spiking all these lines. Like so. And we might have some ones inside here. Maybe lines coming up the inside as well. Maybe a lone spike or two. Piece of fur. And then we'll bring it down, coming down from the ear. So we're going to curve this. Like so, and we add his shoulder coming down here, and the inside of his arm just about here. And then we gotta just do his shirt. So he's got a tie, a white tie that comes right down the middle. Gets a bit wider as it goes down. Skinny on top. And then the collars of his shirt are just in here. So just like so there. And one here. And then his neck, we can just see a little bit of the top of his collar, just like in the top of that shirt, one or two just here. like so. And maybe a fold on his shirt, maybe just the inside of his jacket. And that's it, Overhaul from My Hero Academia. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.